Hello everybody, it's Numerologist Michelle Buchanan with your numerology forecast for April 2023. April, oh my God, I can't believe I'm even talking about the forecast for April 2023. Wasn't it Christmas just a couple of weeks ago? It's insane how quickly time is cracking on these days, and this beautiful energy, these high frequencies that we're in now, it's just speeding up. Those frequencies it's a magical time. It really, really is. Now, I'm not going to lie, it can be a bit of a pressure cooker. Shit can come to the surface for a lot of people. There can be a lot of us out there, working on some really tough issues. In a way, it's sort of prompting us into a higher frequency through personal development, through self-understanding and self-awareness and understanding of our own selves, the sort of triggers or limiting beliefs or the fear patterns or the behavioral patterns or the ways that we live our life, the way we think and interact with others, putting that on the line so we can really do some evaluation. We can have a deep dive look into how we think, how we interact, how we feel, how we live our lives, so that we can sort of improve where we can to raise our vibration, which will, of course, by doing so, improve our life situations. This is what this 7 universal year is all about. This entire year, 2023, of course, adding up to 7. That's why we're in that 7 universal year. Now, all these things I'm talking about, they're not only for this year. It's sort of prompting that drive to get to that place of self-awareness, self-improvement, personal development, understanding yourself, understanding how you live your life, taking things a lot more seriously now. And that's not only for this year. It's just that this year it's really giving it it's amplifying it and getting us really on that path. It's almost like you can go forward or you can go backwards. But if you go backwards or you stay still and don't progress on yourself, you might find things a little bit tougher around you in your life and in your world. There is that positive mindset that's needed, that responsibility that's needed to be responsible for your own, thoughts and your own, getting yourself to be the best mental, physical, spiritual, emotional shape that you can possibly be in. And that's what this whole year's about. But this energy and this push for that perfection, for that personal development, for that spiritual connection is going to continue for many, many years. It's just that it's amplified to get us on that track, or fast track us as quickly as possible this year. That 7 universal year. And, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. And here's a cool thing about some of the challenges that many of us are facing. The good thing about that is it's an opportunity for us to make the shifts and changes that need to be made, because it's in the shifts and in the changes that we raise our vibration. Okay, so don't you worry thinking that because if you are one of those people that's challenged right now, don't you be thinking that you're going backwards with your growth and your development. You're not. What's happening is things are coming to the surface. It's given you an opportunity to put your money where your mouth is. It's given you the opportunity to take things up to the next level in terms of how you're going to handle yourself. It's easy to manage yourself and be in a high vibration when everything's, going your way, when you feel in control of things. But life gives us another opportunity to really step up our game when we're not in control of what's going on around us, where we feel really afraid, where we feel uncertain, or there are things happening to friends and family or people around us or the community or, all those sorts of things. And so, it may seem like a shaky time, and on one level it is, because it needs to sort of be a bit of a shake-ups going on around the world. So, in order for that, if you think of the Tower card in tarot, it's sort of breaking down those foundations that have been built upon a fault line. And so even though the Tower itself looks really dramatic and scary, oh my goodness, there's fire, there's all kinds of drama going on, and people are jumping out of windows to escape the burning tower that's collapsing. And on one level, it is very dramatic and intense and horrifying and terrifying. But at the same time, it's saying, look, let's break down what's not working that's on a fault line so that we can rebuild in a much more clearer, cleaner, positive, high vibration energy. And so that can be the case for many people in their own individual lives. as much as it is for politics, for some of the systems running the world and all of these kinds of things. And so we're right up there at the forefront of it all, especially those that are listening to a forecast like this, for example. Just the fact that you're listening says so much about you. It says that you care. It says that you aren't going to just take this, lying down. You're going to be the best you can be. Make the most of your life with this added information, whether it's numerology, astrology, mindfulness, reaching a higher level of understanding of yourself, of life, of the universe, all that kind of stuff. So, a credit to you for even listening to this forecast in the first place. It says a lot about you and the kind of person you are. And this is a very exciting time. Even though it doesn't look like it, it's a very exciting time. And, we are in a personal month a universal month number with that universal year 2023 that influences all of us. We have a universal year number and a universal month number. And then we have our very own personal year number that's more personal to us, and a personal month number that's more personal to us. And then it's a matter of blending all four of those dynamics together and coming up with a great big collaboration of what the hell is going on. And that's what my job is to do for you. So let me do all the heavy lifting and all the hard work for you, and you just listen and feel inspired and get all fired up about how positive this time actually can be. So that 7 universal year, it's about knowing yourself really well, knowing yourself. Why? So that you can be in balance. You can raise your vibration to the highest possible frequency so that you can withstand whatever comes your way, so that you can be empowered instead of feeling disempowered. You can be connected to source energy. You can feel that oneness in life and connected to anything and everyone and nature, and you can hold your center no matter what craziness might cross your path. Know yourself, know thyself, one of the most powerful universal laws, as well as that combined with know the universe, know the cosmic universe, know the cosmic laws, the universal laws, know what's really going on out there that we can't see with the physical eye. And that's what the 7 universal years about, because in that knowing that wisdom creates self-empowerment, that wisdom creates a high vibration. And what does that self-empowered person and that high vibration energy do? It keeps us healthier. It puts us in synchronicity with life, so we're more in the right place at the right time. It helps us to feel calm. It helps us to feel connected. It helps us to feel more confident in our ability to overcome. It helps us to feel more confident and more satisfied and more content with ourselves and life. And this is very important. It's very, very important. Also, the 7 universal year will bring certain truth to the forefront, especially things that have been hidden beneath the surface, because it does shine a light on the darkness so that things will be exposed. So that's going to appear in our own personalities, parts of our own shadow rearing its ugly head, and some of our repressed memories or repressed emotions or little sort of niggly bits about our personality that we need to work on, that we thought we'd buried in the sand, that we thought we'd swept under the carpet, but it raises its ugly head, and hey, we have to face it and deal with it. It can also happen with sort of people in your own life, or sort of relationship dynamics where you're looking at, hang on a minute, that might not be all it seems. What's the truth really going on here? Or shining a light on sort of reality if you've got those old rose-colored glasses on. And it's also on a global level as well, shining light on maybe some of the information that's been kept from us, or the truth of what's really going on. And so we can take that knowledge, that truth and that information, and use it to create a better life for ourselves, facing the realities, facing the truth, and looking at how do we get out of this? How do we go up? Let's always go to source energy. We always go to our higher self. We go to our soul. We go to our heart. And that's what this, again, is gearing us all up for, teaching us how to become more compassionate through the challenges or the tragedies, or even just opening our heart center, because we're at that level where we're growing up, we're evolving. And when you evolve and you reach a higher level of self-awareness and you're raising your vibration, your heart can't help but open up, because we are governed by our heart and our soul. You know, everyone thinks that the brain of the human is in the mind, but there are two brains. There's a brain in the human mind, there's a brain in the heart. And the heart-mind coherence is an incredible relationship, but where our greatest strength and our greatest power comes from our heart-mind, and we're learning how to discover that. And sometimes the best way to tap into that is through being more compassionate, through tragedies, and through, appreciation and gratitude for what we already have. And wow, it's like, wow, it's sort of the layers of the onion keep getting peeled off. You look back at what's important, what the basics are, and what's really, away from all that superficial bullshit or things or material stuff or ambition, and you strip all of that away and you go, God, what really mattered in the end was that I felt like I could be my true authentic self, that I had deep and meaningful connections with other people around me, that I felt the oneness and the sense of belonging in a community or in a group of people or on the land, and I've got a relationship with the earth itself and an appreciation and gratitude for the beauty of this planet. Those are the things that really, really matter. And being creative and knowing that you are a creative manifester and that you create what you think and feel, and stepping into the power of knowing that you are creating your reality, and learning all about that and learning all about the universal laws and learning that you have a choice in what you want to think, how you want to perceive, and what you want to focus your attention on. It's a very, very special thing. So that's that 7 universal year. And then in the month of April, it's a very interesting combination actually, because April is a 4, and we add that 4 to the 7 universal year number. Now 7 plus 4 is 11. So it's actually a master number 11-2 universal month vibration with that 7 year. And so if you, and that you can live that 11-2 universal month in the low frequency expression of it or the high frequency. The lower expression would be just the regular 2, and then the higher expression of that would be the 11 master number 11-2. So I'll give you a description for both of those levels. So if you wanted to go through the this 11-2 master number month, universal month in the lower frequency of the 2, then that would mean that you would want to spend time this month trying to maintain balance within your own self and balance in your life. Okay, so learning how to be more harmonious within yourself, learning how to find more stability, create more stability and balance within you in your life, balancing, home life with career, or balancing the balance between logic and intuition, the balance between giving and receiving, and the balance between, inward and outward, feminine and masculine, all of those kinds of things, and finding that balance within yourself, as well as learning how to be more of a cooperative person. So being more kind and cooperative and understanding to yourself first and foremost. Being kinder to yourself, as well as being more understanding, kind, and compassionate towards other people. That's what's really needed this month. You also want to slow down. Don't force things to happen. Don't push things. The number 2, whether it's an 11-2 or a regular 2, is about going with the flow. It's about, it's a feminine energy, so it's more about less doing, which is masculine, because that doing and masculine is action orientated, and that 2 is about more being that human being, not human doing. And so, slowing down, don't force things to happen, just learning to be, focusing on the partnerships around you, getting deep and meaningful, working on your self-confidence and your relationship with yourself, but learning to trust your intuition, knowing you'll be extra sensitive, so to understand you might overreact at times. Now, if you wanted to step up your game, if you're feeling like you really want to make the most of this month, then you would step that 11-2 universal month right up into that master number 11-2 frequency, which is that big amplified illumination, making space for breakthroughs and downloading information and receiving guidance from source energy to expand your learning to a much higher frequency, reaching higher levels of consciousness, awareness, and understanding, having those big aha moments where, wow, the penny drops and you sit there and you go, wow, I get it. I actually really get it, whether that's an issue you've been working on in your life, whether it's a limiting belief or a pattern of behavior that you've had your whole life and never been able to master, but now in this master number energy, you can master it and you get to the bottom of it and you make those necessary shifts through understanding and awareness of what you need to now, how you need to view things with this new mindset moving forward. So the 11 is higher learning, illumination, feeling closer to God, feeling closer to source energy, more meditation, feeling a stronger connection. Your psychic abilities are much stronger. You're more clairvoyant, you're more clairaudient, more claircognizant, more clairsentient. You're just feeling so much more intuitive. You're following your gut instincts. You're walking through that gateway into an expanded intuitive connection. You are receiving divine guidance. You are surrendering to divine order and divine timing. You amp up your spiritual game. You amp up those spiritual practices or any sort of practices you have for personal growth or self-love, connection to the planet, to the cosmic energies out there, nature, yoga, meditation, anything sort of practice that sharpens that intuitive connection, that's that energy, that connection to your heart, that feels like you just feel the energy, you see the energy, you hear it. It's just stepping into that higher frequency. And this is where the work that needs to be done is just opening up to source energy, opening up to your higher self, all your guides, ascended masters, angels, all those energies you work with, and saying, I am open, I am ready to dig deeper into whatever is within me that needs to be improved, whatever I need to work on, whatever is holding me back. I call on you to help make that loud, clear, and obvious to me so I can see the signs and make the necessary adjustments so I can first and foremost have that realization. So send me the information I need to understand what I need to work on or what's holding me back. Then I ask that you give me the ability to comprehend it and to absorb that and to accept that and to make peace with that and make friends with that and then work with it. And then, of course, releasing it in a loving way. And then that plan of action moving forward and to be consistent with that work that's required, understanding that the 11 too is that connection to source energy. And that's what you are. You are an extension of source energy in physical form. So yeah, it's a pretty powerful month. It really, really is. So I wish you the very best with that universal month of 11-2 combined with that universal year of 7. So let's now work out your own personal year numbers. So that, or your personal year number, and then we can give you a more personalized forecast and take it a little bit even deeper for you personally for the month of April. So what you're going to do is you're going to add the day and month of your birth date to number 7. Why number 7? Because 2023 is 7. So we're adding the month and day of your birth date to number 7. So let's use the birth date 28th of March as our example. So we would go 2 plus 8 plus 3. 2 plus 8 is 10 plus 3 is 13 plus 7. 13 and 7 is 20. Rule of thumb, keep adding any double numbers together until you eventually get a single number between 1 and 9, and that's your personal year number for the year. Now, in our example, we got a 20. So 2 plus 1 is 0. That's a 2 personal year number. All right, one more time now. In the link that I send you to my website to listen to the forecast, that's for those that are listening to this forecast from my mail out newsletter. On that page on my website, the forecasting page, you'll see the breakdown of how to calculate your personal year number. Add the day and month of your birth date to number 7. Next step is keep adding any double-digit numbers together until you eventually get a single number between 1 and 9, and that is your personal year number for the whole year. So remember it, so you don't have to keep adding this up each month. So let's start with personal year number 1. You guys are in a year of new beginnings, all right? Whole new clean slate for you. Don't let it go to waste. Be proactive. Be open to new ways of doing things and new opportunities to reinvent yourself, or to start new projects, or to even have a new mindset, a new way of thinking, a new way of handling things or perceiving yourself in life. And of course, you're in a 5 personal month with that 1 personal year this month of April, because we add the month of April, which is a 4, to your 1 year, and 4 and 1 is 5. So that's why you're in a 5 personal month with that 1 year. And that's all about change. It's about progress, movement, and change. It's where you're moving forward, right? And you're trying to progress. You're on a journey of evolution. You're trying to make yourself better. You're trying to make your life better. And this is the month where it says, well, changes need to be made. Some changes life will make for you, and you have no control over them. So the best thing you can do is learn how to pivot. This is the best key word for this combination of numbers. Change, pivot and change, and go with that flow of change. Don't resist the change. Try not to waste your energy and your time crying over what was that no longer is. Give yourself a healthy opportunity to mourn any losses or changes. Give yourself and be healthy and honor and recognize and acknowledge and appreciate and embrace all of your emotions and comprehend what's happening to you. So we're not trying to sweep things under the carpet. But what I am saying is this energy is asking you to spend less time spending less time staying stuck and more time pivoting and shifting and adapting to a new environment, to a new opportunity, to new circumstances. So for those that have change forced upon them this month and didn't see it coming, adapt as quickly as you can in a healthy way, all right, without sweeping things under the carpet, but moving forward and learning how to pivot, learning how to be adaptable and flexible. And those that already have changes that they want to make proactively, this is the time to be proactive and make those changes. Fresh, dynamic, charismatic, fast-paced energy for you this month. So be aware extra effort is required to be sort of organized. Extra effort required to be focused, extra effort required to finish things off and to be consistent, extra effort required to not be distracted. All right. So, and also great time to have an adventure, do some new things and have some fun. All right. Have some fun. Don't go too crazy. It is also the number of moderation. Don't be too addicted to the physical senses, things that feel, the things that pleasure your senses. Be balanced and have moderation with that. So let's move on now to personal year number 2. You guys are in this year where, you are learning to stabilize and harmonize and create a nice solid foundation around you within your own personal self and your relationship with yourself, your self-confidence, your stability, your emotional balance and stability, your foundation you're creating, putting some deep roots in the ground in terms of stabilizing yourself moving forward, and really sharpening your pencil behind the scenes. So you're looking at all of those sort of niggly little things that may cause you to panic or cause you to be out of balance. You're learning how to manage yourself better, how to be more self-disciplined, learning how to be a master over your free reigning emotions, learning how to find calmness, peace and harmony, and learning how to follow your intuition, learning how to listen to what your heart is telling you, learning how to monitor how you feel about things and taking those feelings into consideration as opposed to just coming from logic and what the mind tells you or what society tells you or what the program of how you think you're supposed to be and think, and live tells you. Trusting your own inner instincts and your own inner guidance and getting really confident with that this year. Building your self-confidence and building your strong relationship with intuition and the balance between intuition and logic. And also, self-love, a lot of self-love and a lot of, connections with other people. And that's interesting because in this month of April, you're in a 6 personal month with that 2 personal year. And both the 2 and 6 have a strong focus on connections with other people. And the 6 personal month that you're in for April, and that's because April is a number 4, and we add that number 4 for April to your 2 year, and 4 and 2 is 6. That's why you're in a 6 personal month with that 2 year. And that is really about going outward in terms of what do the people around me need? What are others' needs? And what do I need to do to assist where I'm needed? How can I help out? What can I do to make another person's life better? Or how can I contribute? Does someone need assistance, whether it's physical assistance, an actual physical help with something, or whether it's a shoulder to cry on, or someone to be there to just listen, or, whatever you can contribute, whether it's helping looking after someone's kids, or, maybe I can be there to assist with someone that's got a lot on their plate with work. And, you're also learning how to balance your own self because, especially with that 2-6 combination, you're learning how to balance between giving and receiving. You're learning how to have your own glass full, so that you can then come from a much more powerful ability to assist another person because your cup is full. You feel you are in balance and harmony. And so the 6 this combination will say relationship issues that have been brewing beneath the surface may rise to be resolved. You may need to focus on improving the relationships around you, especially if there's things that need to be said or issues that need to be ironed out. This is a combination of numbers where life will give you that opportunity, or you will need to create that opportunity. And don't let your pride hold you back from that. Don't let your ego that's going, oh, well, I'm not going to be the one to sort things out. They're an asshole. They're an idiot. They did this. They did that. I refuse to do that. Don't be that person. Rise above those kinds of things. And that's what especially in this month of Master number 11-2, this universal 11-2 month is going, God, rise above your ego. Leave the lower human self, personality self behind, and step into that higher self. Come from your soul, man. Like, live in your heart center. So don't let pride and ego hold you back from ironing things out and improving situations with other people, whether it's love partners, children, parents, family members, friends, neighbors, work colleagues, people in the community. So it's not only the people that you're close to in your personal circle, it can be the community. And also, great combination numbers to work on domestic things like, renovating or having, a clear out at home, or working on the gardens, or doing things that need to be done around the home. So I'll leave that with you, and I wish you a fantastic month. So let's move on now to personal year number 3. You guys are in a year where you really are learning how important happiness and joy are. Like, for some of you, it'll feel far from that, but part of what this year will do is it will help you to get clear about what is making you unhappy. So if you're not happy and learning how to feel more, learning about gratitude and learning how to make yourself happy, because happiness is something we work on. Happiness isn't something that's dropped down in our lap. It's a choice. And the 3 year is saying you're a very creative being, and you're creating your own reality every second of the day based on how you see the world. Based on how you see through those eyes of yours, do you see the glass half full, or do you see the glass half empty? Do you see yourself as someone that is able to achieve and to find happiness and joy? Or do you view yourself as a victim? Someone who's always got a story to tell, someone who's always feeling like they got the short end of the stick. It's like, even if you do get the short end of the stick, you can change that in an instant by changing your perception. And the 3 is a very creative number. And it's the 3 is the Empress and tarot. And the 3 is it's a creative energy, letting you know how powerful you are as a creative being. And what are you going to create? Are you going to create more drama, more misery, more hardship for yourself? Or are you going to see the glass half full and decide to feel more gratitude and be grateful for things in your life and turn yourself around based on your attitude and your perception? And that's what the 3 year is saying. It's saying, Have more fun in your life, but you have to create the happiness yourself, because the happiness is a mindset. It's a decision. And, you will create from that mindset. And so have more fun, do more of what feels good, or it will amplify feelings of not feeling good. It's going to amplify whatever you're feeling. But a part of the reason it amplifies the negativity as well is so that it can become more obvious to you how negative you might be being. It's going to make it more obvious to you to see where you might be going wrong, so that you can make changes in how you see things and come to a higher frequency. And you are in a 7 personal month for the month of March, because 3 plus 4, you're in a 3 year, and April is a 4. So we add the 3 and 4 and get a 7. So you're getting a double dose of 7 this month, because 7 is a universal year that's influencing you as well. So that 7 is going, look at your personal development, look at your self-improvement this month. It's a great time to study and learn something. It's a great time to connect with nature. It's a great time to rest and relax and chill out, and don't work too hard. Don't force things to happen. You have to be more patient in this frequency. But it's saying go within, discover your relationship with Source, work on things that can help raise your vibration, especially things like the law of attraction and understanding how powerful you are as a creative being with that 3 frequency there. You may not want to be as social as you normally would for this month, but that's a good thing. Quiet silence and time alone to really hear the voice of your soul. It's talking to you. You won't hear it if you're always distracted. You won't hear it if you're always busy. You won't hear it if you've always got a noisy life. Quiet, silence, stillness, aloneness is a really good space to be in when you're in that combination of numbers. So I'll leave that with you, and I wish you a fantastic month. And I'll move on now to personal year number 8. Personal year number 4. You guys are in an 8 personal month for April. That's where that 8 came from. So for the 4 year, you're learning how to use a step-by-step process to achieve goals. You're learning how to gradually bring everything together to create more stability within your own personal self and in the world around you. And you're learning how to be more organized, more practical. You're learning how to be maybe a bit more responsible, a bit more sensitive. Well, you should be learning that. That's what life is trying to teach you. Don't overspend. Don't overcommit yourself. Be serious. Be responsible. Build something of value. Don't waste your time on rubbish. Invest in yourself. Take yourself and your future seriously, and do whatever needs to be done to get yourself on that track. Discipline, focus, effort, structure and order. So you're in an 8 month for April, and that's because April is a 4, and we add that 4 for April to your year, which is a 4. 4 and 4 is 8. Now this combination of numbers work really well together, because 8 is basically a grown-up 4 anyway, so they're from the same family. This number is saying, don't overspend, get your finances in order. This combination of numbers this month is saying take care of any legal matters. This combination of numbers is saying be honest. For goodness sake, don't do anything shady or dodgy, because you could get caught and it could blow up in your face, because 8 is very governed by the law of cause and effect. It's very much governed by the karmic balancing the karmic scales. You don't want to tempt fate. You don't want to give the universe an opportunity to pay, for some payback. So be a good person. Make sure that you are honest. Make sure that you work from integrity, that you are not self-centered, selfish, manipulative, and deceitful. The 8 is also about money, business, and career. So there are opportunities with this combination of numbers. Some people overspend. Some people in this combination of numbers are challenged financially. Some people in this combination of numbers can really build and attract more financial stability, and not just financial stability, it's abundance in general. And abundance can literally be an abundance of feeling joyful and connected. It can be abundance, can be opportunities that come to you. Abundance can also be things going your way, answers coming to problems, or ideas and solutions. This combination of numbers is saying it's a great time to look at your career or how you earn money. Some people may want to make job changes and career changes. Some people will get a job that have been looking. Some people, may be made redundant. Everyone's life is different, but this combination of numbers is saying do whatever needs to be done to get yourself and your life where you want it to be. But the 4 and the 8 do indicate mostly in a material way. So, home, material possessions, finances, all of that kind of stuff. So I'll leave that with you, and I wish you a fantastic month. Now we're going to move on to personal year number 5, and that is all about a year of change, progress, movement, and change. This is a fast-paced year, and it is a year where you might have changes placed upon you that you didn't see coming. It's a kind of year that you really can't plan, and so the key word for the 5 year for you all year is pivot. Learn how to adjust yourself to fit your circumstances. Learn how to pivot. If things change, don't waste your valuable life force energy that can be used on being successful in a new endeavor, or to be happy by pivoting and making those necessary adjustments as quickly as you can so that you can start to thrive again, rather than holding on to what was that you can't change, that's been and gone, and you're still there stuck holding on with that whole victim mentality of it's not fair, I can't believe this. When you turn around and what is it? Life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. That kind of thing. Pivot, learn to adjust, learn to be adaptable, flexible, and it can be a very exciting year. It can be a really, really exciting year. It's like surfing and you're riding the wave. Don't let that wave take you down though. So don't succumb to physical senses addictions. It's a time where it can make you feel like you want to throw caution to the wind and go do something crazy. That is absolutely fine to throw caution to the wind to do something crazy, as long as it's in a healthy way. It's a healthy crazy. You're throwing caution to the wind, but you're not being irresponsible and neglectful or just plain stupid. It's about, sensible throwing caution to the wind, taking calculated risks, not being too crazy wild child out there. This is a really, it's a great time to be adventurous, travel, have adventures and do some new things, try some new things, make some changes. Now you are in a 9-month for April, and that's because April is a number 4. We add that 4 to your 5 year. And 4 and 5 is 9. That's why you're in a personal month, a 9 personal month number this month of April. And that's about endings and completion and transformation. So some of you may find that something or some things come to an end. It might be the end of a period of time, or the end of a project, or the end of a relationship, or the end of anything. Some people can change jobs or do something, or move house, or, make some big changes. Then you can have other people where everything is exactly the same in their life. Nothing major's changed. And it's just like a little tiny blip that's sort of an adjustment that's needed. And it might be something as simple as a change in a lifestyle habit, or a change of a mindset or perception of the way you view a certain person or a certain problem or a certain life experience. And that's all that was. And then you can have other people that's really big and massive. Oh my God, that was when I left that country and went and moved to the other side of the world. Or I gave up that I was always the manager of the local golf club for 30 years. And then I just quit and went on a big cruise holiday. Like, everyone's life's different. It's all in proportion to your own little corner of the world, right? And so this month is saying, let go of what no longer serves. Out with the old to make way for the new. Look for new beginnings and new opportunities. Go from that chrysalis to the butterfly, and let that natural progression lead you to where you're meant to be, and be positive. Surrender, be fluid, let go and let God. So I wish you the very best with that month. Turning now to personal year number 6, you guys are in a year where there is, a big focus on what do the other people in my life, people outside of me, need. What do they need from me? What can I do for others? What can I do to be a better parent? What can I do to be a better child for my parents? What can I do to be a better friend? What can I do to be a better member of society, of the community? What can I do for the community? What can I do for people outside of myself? It's really where you're learning how to come away from me, and you're moving outward into the we, or the they. And it's where you're learning how to be there when you're needed as a selfless servant without expecting anything in return, without being too disgruntled that, hang on a minute, it's not fair. I don't want to have to be doing this for somebody else. I want my own things I want to do. I want to be first. I want to be here. I don't want to be over there having to do that. It's where you really have to learn how to come from more of a compassionate, how can I be of service? What can I do? Or rather than what can I get? And to learn that the universe always compensates. Let's say it's a highly inconvenient situation to be in, to have to be a responsible caregiver for someone, or have to take on added responsibilities in your life for something that you really don't feel you should have to, or it's not fair, or you've got enough on your plate, or whatever it is. But understanding the universe knows how you feel. The universe knows what your experience is. It knows the challenges that you're going through. But what you get out, what you put out, you get back. And so don't be thinking you're missing the bus. Oh, it's not fair. I'm going to miss that golden opportunity because I have to be here to do these things for other people. And it's like some other opportunity will roll back around further down the line. And you need to understand that's how life works. And the 6 can often put us in that situation sometimes. It's also a number where it's asking us to improve the relationships around us, starting with the relationship with ourself and our own self-care, balancing that relationship, our own self-love, our own self-worth, and then sort of going outwards into having sort of, how can I be of service but still be taking care of myself at that same time. Now you are in a 1 month this month for April, and that's because April is a 4, and we add that 4 to the 6. So 6 year that you're in, and 4 is 10, 1 and 0 is 1. So that's why you're in a 1 personal month with that 6 personal year. So this is about new beginnings. It's about you stepping up and you creating the life you want, being in the driver's seat, being proactive, being self-motivated, getting out there and taking action, not sitting back and waiting for things to come to you, not sitting back and waiting for things to land in your lap. It's where you get off your butt and you go out there and you make it happen. And you're in the driver's seat of your life, and you are taking your thoughts and your emotions seriously. You're like, I'm a creator. I am manifesting my reality with every thought I have and every feeling I feel. And I'm going to take responsibility for that. And I'm going to be positive. I'm going to dare to believe that solutions will come. I'm going to dare to believe that I am in the right place at the right time. I'm going to dare to believe that things work out for me no matter how it looks right now. And surrendering to that and knowing one is very creative energy, and you are in that ability where you are really in a powerful zone of manifestation, especially because the April universal month of 11-2 is 2 1s. And you're in a 1 alongside those 2 1s, and 1 is manifestation and creativity. And, be independent, be confident, dare to be different. Don't follow the leader. Follow your own instincts. Be your true, authentic self, but be proactive and start something new. Work on things that make you feel good. And green light ahead. Take action. Be proactive. So I'll leave that with you, and I'll move on now to personal year number 7. And the thing with you guys, as you know, each month, those that listen to me regularly, is you will always have the same forecast as a universal year and universal month. So it's basically just going back and listening to that again and me just repeating myself, which is, that 7 year that you're in, and that 7 universal year is about know yourself. Iron out those little parts of your personality that are lowering your vibration, that are keeping you held back, that are keeping you small, that are causing you anguish, that are causing you stress and worry, whether it's things you think about yourself or things you think about others and the world. Work on those things so that you can have a better mindset, a better way of looking at people and yourself and life. embracing your spiritual side, expanding on your spiritual relationship, your spiritual development, your spiritual knowledge and wisdom, and your relationship with source energy. Getting into some prayer, getting into some regular meditation, spending time in nature, studying and learning some esoteric, sort of mystical, metaphysical information. At the very least, working on your health and well-being and just general conventional health and well-being. And of course, you're in that 2 month or that 11-2 month, which is, wow, that 7-11-2 combination, powerful for intuition, powerful for going deeper in if you meditate regularly, add on an extra 30 minutes, add on an extra 10 minutes, 20 minutes, spend more time in aloneness, in silence and contemplation and aloneness and solitude, really tapping into what your heart and soul are telling you, really listening to your higher self, really going deep and asking your higher self and the universe to send you the information you need to know what you need to work on and how you can improve yourself, or how you can heal and improve other people. Great combination for that as well. So I'll leave that with you, and I wish you the very, very best, and have an open heart. So let's move on now to personal year number 8. You guys are in you're in a combination of numbers. You're in an 8 year, which is a very powerful manifestation year with the law of attraction. Those who listen to me regularly will know that I always say where there's an 8, discover the universal laws, know the law of attraction and other universal laws like the back of your hand, because you are in a big time cycle of manifestation with that 8. The law of cause and effect is amped up. It's you attract what you focus your attention on. It's like every cause has an effect, every effect has a cause. It's just one great big, as above, so below. Everything is connected. It's one big giant tapestry where what you put out, you get back. So therefore, evaluate, what am I putting out? What do I think? What do I believe? What stories am I telling myself? What are my triggers? What is lowering my vibration? What takes me out of alignment? What do I need to get back into alignment? What mindset do I need to adopt? What bad habits do I need to release? Really sharpening your pencil with all of that so that you can be in a high frequency, and then using the ability, the practice of deliberate creation with the manifestation process, with the law of attraction, to attract what you would rather have, where you would rather be. Abraham Hicks are really good at that and teaching that. You can watch many Abraham Hicks videos on YouTube. So also money, business, career, balancing your finances, taking care of legal matters, not overspending. Some people may want to make changes with their career or have opportunities to expand their career, whereas other people in an 8 year may get made redundant or not have a career or have no job or, be on the benefit, or there's just so many different ways that the 8 can play out, and everyone's life story and lessons they need to learn from their actual numerology profile, from their birth certificate, name and date of birth, their actual chart will give a deeper indication of how the 8s will play out for each individual person. But for the month of April, you're in a 3. So that's because 8, you're in an 8 year, and April is a 4. So we add the 8 and 4. 8 and 4 is 12. Add the 2 numbers together, 1 and 2 is 3. So that's why you're in a 3 month in this month of April. Sorry, in this personal year 8 in April. And so the 3 is saying, have more fun. Oh my God, do what feels good. Raise your vibration through joy, through laughter, through gratitude, through appreciating the small things. How lucky you are to have a roof over your head. How lucky you are to have water to drink. How lucky you are to have air to breathe. How lucky you are that you're not on life support right now. How lucky you are that you're not in ICU in a coma. How lucky you are for, honestly, you can find millions and millions of things to be grateful for. Just go small. Don't always go with the big bells and whistles. Look at how, and humble up. Like, some people can only recognize things to be grateful for that are the big bells and whistles, but honestly, there are so many small little things that tie together that make us so blessed and so lucky, even if it's something as simple as to be grateful for what you're not. So I sit here and I just go, my God, I'm so grateful right now that I'm healthy right now in this moment. My kids are healthy right now. I'm not in the hospital. I'm not dealing with a life-threatening disease. I'm not, on the streets. I'm not, there's so much to be grateful for, even if it means you have to look at what you're not to be grateful. But also be more social, have more fun, and also this is a very creative vibration because the 3 is a very creative number as well, and so is the 8. So it's like really realize that you're in a powerful time right now. So what I would do if this was my personal month and year numbers is I would be doing vision boards, and I'd be writing like affirmations out, and I'd be doing more visualizations and listening to your Joe Dispenzas and doing some classes on manifestation and really sharpening up about all of that. I'd be writing down what my limiting beliefs are, where they come from, are they even true? And I'd be creating new affirmations that replace those. For example, if a limiting belief was, nothing works out for me, I always miss out on good things happening, you turn around and you go, I'm always in the right place at the right time. Good things happen to me. There is so much I'm always recognized for my effort. The universe compensates me for everything that I put out. Life is good. I am happy. I'm surrounded by opportunities are everywhere. I'm surrounded by great people. And if they're not in my life right now, they're on their way. It's this or something better. Life is good. I'd be putting extra effort into that, and then extra effort into doing things that make you feel good. Listening to music you love. Oh my God, listening to music, beautiful, positive, uplifting music that you love, and having a sing song or a little shuffle and a little dance. Raise your vibrations through the roof. For those that are physically inclined and love doing their body work, whether it's training at the gym or yoga or just going for a walk or playing golf or whatever, doing more body movement, painting, art, creative expression, writing, journaling, poetry, watching funny movies, having good laughter and telling jokes, and just looking at the beauty of the world, the beauty of nature, flowers, a sunset, all of those sorts of things. Filling my vibration up with that is what I would be doing, and taking advantage of that combination of numbers. So be more social, have more fun, be optimistic, see the glass half full, and I'll leave that with you. And then we move on to personal year number 9. You guys are in a year of out with the old to make way for the new, and I have to say some of the best years of my life have been the 9 personal year number. I absolutely love it because you can get so far with your personal development. You can completely improve who you are over the period of this year, and you can really be really ready for next year's whole new 9-year cycle of new beginnings that you're going into. And it's like this year is just like, fine-tuning yourself. This year is like putting the finishing touches on your work of art, of that which you are. And so you can really get some good headway. It can also be a year where it can be a payoff year, where everything you've been working on, where you get that compensation from the universe. There can be plenty of opportunities. There can be plenty of opportunities to go from the chrysalis into the butterfly. That's who I was, and this is what I've bloomed into. I'm spreading my wings and flying. It's really that transformation and moving into that higher frequency, and you feel more connected and you feel more evolved. It's a wise old soul energy, number 9, and it's encouraging you to become that wise old soul in this 12-month period, so that you can move away from the lower human self and into the higher self. You're more heart-centered, you're wiser, you are more broad-minded, you are more able to understand people and different cultures and different ways of living, and you're moving away from that lower human personality stuff that's judging everything, including yourself, and always complaining, and you're moving into that high frequency of all is well, we're all connected. I understand. I don't agree with that person's actions, but I at least understand where they were coming from. They felt desperate. They're afraid. They were raised in a negative environment. They have a poverty consciousness. They are desperate. They are lonely. They feel threatened. That's why they acted out. That's why they think that way. Being more broad-minded is what the 9 is trying to teach you, how to look at life from a higher perspective and moving away from the little human self, right? So you're in a 9-month, you're in a 4-month for April. And that's because April is a 4, and we add that 4 to the 9 year that you're in. 9 plus 4 is 13. Add double numbers together. 1 and 3 is 4. So that's why you are in a 4-month for April. So, efforts required from you this month. Get your ducks in a row. Get everything all lined up. Do the work behind the scenes to get yourself and your life and your world where you want it to be, to feel happy, complete, and content. What action needs to be taken? What steps do you need to take to sort everything out in your life, or in your own personality, or in your physical world, in your home, in your job, in your relationships, whatever? Everyone's circumstances are different. You'll know what your exact circumstances are that you need to work on to make them stabilized and secure and everything coming from a solid foundation, setting things up, getting things set in stone, getting organized, being structured, getting things stable so that you stand the test of time. What needs to be done to get there? And then you establish where you want to be, how you want things to be, and then you work out what steps need to be taken, what action needs to be taken to get there. Now, for this month of 4 that you're in, this 4 personal month, it's saying don't force things to happen because it can feel quite delayed. So this energy can feel like slow and steady wins the race. You know, it can feel like just go with the flow, and there may be delays and there may be obstacles, but to believe and have the right mindset that, hey, it's okay, the obstacle will disintegrate in the right divine order and timing. My job is to be consistent. My job is to be patient. My job is to be optimistic, and distract yourself in the meantime in a positive way while you're waiting if you're an impatient person. So just know the obstacles will disintegrate with the right attitude. It's all about attitude and effort this month, and getting things organized and set up and structured, and being sort of quite disciplined, dedicated, committed, organized, focused. And really, you can get some really good results by the end of this month with the right mindset and the right actions. It's about doing the work. And yeah, look back at the end of this month and you'll go, wow, I actually really accomplished something. And then you've got other people that may not be doing that much work on themselves, but their actual life is quite busy or quite heavy, or there's quite a lot going on. And that means there's a lot of effort required from you, a lot of physical action, or a lot of effort required to obtain mental balance, or to obtain mental stability or emotional stability. Effort is required, remember. Or to extra effort required to get yourself in a stable health, to stabilize your health, or to stabilize your thoughts and emotions. Extra effort required to just be positive, or extra effort required to, heal your emotions, or to heal situations in your life. Put the effort in and you can get results. So I'll leave that with you, and thank you for listening, and I hope you have a fantastic April, and I will be back on the 1st of May with your forecast for May. All right, I wish you the best. Love and blessings. Bye.